Hey guys, SickMotion here with the patch 520 notes review. I think this is the last patch until the ranked season ends. I think on November 11th-ish, 10th or 11th. I might be wrong. I don't know if it's the last patch, but I'm pretty sure they won't put another one out. This one's really tiny. Very, very short patch. The video won't be very long at all. Just kind of like a couple tidy up things. Kindred's released now. Kindred was supposed to be out last patch, but there was a bug that was found with her that, or it, or whatever you want to classify it as. There's a bug that was found with the champion, and they had to clear it up, and now it's being released with this patch. That's probably the biggest part of this patch is the new champion. Azir has honestly hogged up way too many patch notes. He's been in almost every single one since his release. R starts further behind Azir. So it's 325 units behind Azir rather than 175. So it's 150 units more, 1.5 Timos. So it'll be easier to kind of like scoop people and throw them. You're not going to be ulting people off of you and they're going to be like stuck on you and the ult's going to go in front of you and you're going to look like a noob. That might be kind of really annoyingly strong. We'll have to see how that works out. Change on Darius. The Apprehend has a 40% slow rather than a 90. So you were able to slow them with your W, which is your auto attack reset, for 90, which you still can. And then you could pull them in again and slow them for 90 with the E, or in the other way around. Now the E still slows, which is nice. It's a quality of life thing after like bumping them around, but it's only 40% rather than 90. It's a very short slow, so it makes sense. That's fine. I mean, if you pull someone in, lots of times they're screwed anyway. They don't need that extra little bit of slow for a lot longer. And if you do want to put the slow on them, you can just put the big strong 90% slow from your W. The big change here is the blade width on the Q has been brought down by 50. That doesn't decrease the max range. I actually played Darius with the change. The range on the Q, like how far it'll hit from the center of your character model, is the same. The part that the blade hits, which makes you do the full damage as well as apply the bleed, which is as well as apply the heal, has just been reduced by 50, and that 50 has been stripped off of the inner circle. So that inner circle where if you get hit with the shaft, it only does 50% of the skill's damage, doesn't apply the bleed or the heal. That area's gotten bigger, so there's more counterplay for melee champions that are able to get within Darius's range and kind of battle with them. So characters with bigger hitboxes and character models will actually be able to try and avoid the Q by walking into him rather than having to run away every single time, and it'll be easier visually, I think, to know if you're safe or not safe. So that's a change here. Another top lane change. Mundo actually, it says it's a quality of life buff. It's a pretty big change, the changes to Mundo here when you look at them. The Burning Agony, now damage and health cost incur every half second and then instead of every full second. So everything's remained the same as far as numbers, but those numbers calculate twice as fast, which means if they ran out of your Burning Agony, and you missed the tick, you would be missing a full tick of damage, but you might get that extra little bit of tick and still do that extra half of a full second's damage, which is nice. It'll feel a lot smoother. The big change here, though, is on Mundo's E. It now is an auto attack reset when you activate it, and it makes your next auto attack increase your basic attack range by 25, which they're kind of all like the tanky, fightery, and then they go either bruisery or like super tank top laners. They're giving them quality of life things with the attack range increase, but it also, in addition to the auto attack reset and 25 damage, or sorry, auto attack reset and 25 increased range, it now deals an additional 5% of Mundo's max health in damage. Now, I'm not sure if that's physical or magic. It doesn't say here, and I haven't actually looked at it. I have, however, seen a lot of Mundos coming out into play. I played against, I think, 3 or 4 Mundos, and I think I've played 3 or 4 games since the patch was released on NA. So a lot of people trying to get their hands dirty with this. But that's an auto attack reset that you can hit and then reset the hit if they're running away and probably still hit it because you get that extra 25 range. And it does 5% of your max health. It's not uncommon for a Mundo to be getting, by the end of the game, like 4,000 health. That's going to be an extra 200 damage on that. That's gonna really hurt when you're thinking about like, oh, tank versus tank, that doesn't matter. Yeah, but you're probably not wanting to kill the tank. You probably want to kill like a squishy carry who probably has around 1700 health, and getting an extra 200 damage with an auto attack reset as well is going to be pretty big. It also doesn't cost you the health cost up front. It costs after you strike the first target and get that extra auto attack hit, which is kind of cool and nice. Evelyn now has a mana cost on her W, which I think is good. I hate playing against Evelyn. Fiora's ult will now only last for 2 seconds if you only break one of the points. You need to break 1 point for it to even go off. If someone dies with your ult on them and none of the points were on or broken, then your ult doesn't give you that healing zone in the end. And now the heal duration goes up for every vital that Fiora strikes beyond the first. So there's more emphasis on hitting someone with your ultimate and then popping a lot of things, because you get that longer duration heal. Because if you break all of them and pop the heal without like, you could kill them with the last break, obviously, but rather than just popping one and then killing them to pop your ult heal, it's probably going to be better to put it on someone that you can at least pop a couple of the vitals, hopefully all of them, because then you can get the full 5 seconds of the healing for you and your team if you're able to do that. So interesting change there. There's a bug with Callista Sentinels, or not this Sentinel, but the passive with it, where melee Oathsworn champions must hit a marked champion twice to trigger the passive. Interesting. Teemo buffs. Damn it. Arm time on Noxus traps is now 1 second, and the CDR has gone down on them. Apparently, there's something here. Due to a mistake behind the scenes, only the tooltip for Noxus traps cooldown was changed, not the actual value. As is, only the arm time change will be in 520. We have a CD fix in the next patch. So the tooltip says that you have a cooldown reduction on Teemo Shrimps, but you actually don't. But you will be getting it. It is a change, but they decided to just change the wording rather than the actual thing that matters. And the arm time is 1 second instead of 1.5, so you have less time to get out of the shit zone before they explodes. And Vayne lost 3 AD. It's quite a lot of AD for an AD carry. Considering you're probably running a bit of attack speed, maybe more than you would on another AD carry as Vayne. Now you have lost 3. Now you're at 50 base AD, which is fine because she turns into an endgame god anyway. Make her early game suck, so she stopped killing my team. Thank you. They changed a little bit of the patience. Monsters get a temporary increase to their regen rate if they lose all their patience and retreat back to camp. They now respond to aggression from players as long as they've reached their home camp. Previously, you had to wait for them to get above 90% health. So like, if a monster reset, you'd actually have to wait for it to full heal, or it would just continuously heal while you were fighting, which was kind of a lame. All for One will be out this patch. We did an All for One Scion game on the PBE, and then an All for One Darius game. Those were really fun, actually. A couple splash art updates, some bug fixes, and then, as always, some more skins to print more money for Rito. These ones are actually kind of cool. The Cosmic Reaper Castin looks really sweet. And yeah, that's the end of a really short patch. I explained some stuff more than I had to, and I still managed to only make it to 8 minutes. So, like I said, really short one. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found it helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this if you already haven't. Social media and my stream, which I stream full time, is in the description underneath the video here, so you can check those out if you haven't. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.